right. We should be good. We'll see in a second. As usual, waiting for the tablet to kind of pump up here. Okie dokie, here we are. All right, everything seems to be doing all right. The big tablet wants to act right. I think you guys can hear me. Find out in a second. All right, as per usual, 12 by 18 inch watercolor paper glued onto foam board. Up above here is covered with a little bit of glycerin, and obviously that's going to be a mountain. Yeah, that's about it, and we're just gonna start on from there. Okay. Down here I got sap green, Prussian blue, alizarin crimson, yellow ochre, and some raw umber. Raw or burnt umber, one of them umbers. Hey Keely, how are you? Glad to see you. I am. Honest. Honest I am. I promise I am. I'm glad to see you. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. One of these general sky looking things here. Hope you're doing well. Oh, I'm living the dream, Keely. I'm living the dream. Same type of setup as the last time I did this. It's 12 by 18 inch watercolor paper glued to canvas board. That's all. No more, no less. A little dark on the top, lighter on the bottom. That's fine. I just dropped my script liner behind the garbage pail. I'm not getting it. It's just going to be there. It's just going to be there. Just going to hang around out there until I feel like getting to it. Until I feel like being bothered with it, I guess. But I'll get it eventually. Yeah, it happens though. What can you do? Things happen. Things happen. What can you do? You know? Sometimes you just gotta go, eh. Sometimes that stuff happens, you know. What can you do? You know, it just, things happen. Things happen. Well, Keely, that whole tutorial is there. You can keep on going at it. You can keep practicing with it. You can rewind it. I would love to see your rendition. The technique and tools are there. You can definitely do it. Hey, Sonia, how are ya? I know you guys haven't really seen me paint solid bottoms on the cloud. I can do it, I just don't. But you see, it gives a different three-dimensional look to them. You can do that gentle little dance with them. Much as you feel you need to, really. Up to you. Just build up on it. If you want to kill some of it, lighten it up a little bit. Smooth it. Up to you. Some of it I really don't want to mess with. Not really. Not too much. Nah. Pump up some of that white though. It's just a little bit of white. Wipe off my brush, kill the bottom edge a little bit. It's up to you how bright you want it. Spend as much time as you need. Lately my videos have been going really long, so hello Sinzo, how are you? Good to see you. I think I'm done messing with those. Yeah, I'm done messing with those. I'm doing it the lazy way today. I usually don't use black, usually. But for the sake of time, and that's basically about it, no other reason. I'll block in the mountain with black. I particularly don't need any glycerin stuff hanging around down here. I'll just scrape some of this mess away. Just get rid of it off the edge here. I'm just blocking in this guy. I'm using just straight black right out the tube. Alright, nothing added to it or anything. Bring it right down there. There's no glycerin or anything down below, it's just dry. Well, thank you, Keely. I'm just thinking of how far down I want to make the mountain. Like I say, this is just all, it's dry. So I'm just putting this thick paint on. I am using thick acrylic paint. I prefer the thick paint, really. Oh, I think somewhere around here will be good enough, I guess. Somewhat. Something like that. Something like that. Going below the mountain line. I'll just take my brush and just kind of press down, swirl it into the mountain itself. It's going to turn grayish and whatnot. It's okay. It's all good. I got to get some more white anyway. I'm vastly running out of titanium white, but that's all right. I got a quick substitute here. This is wet on dry. It really doesn't matter about how fine the detail is with the mist, because I didn't even really do anything with the mountain yet. So if this is just me pretty much covering up the edge, we'll be going over this again, so it's no big worry. Okay, no big deal. Wet on dry. No big deal. Doesn't have to be pretty. It's also a good stall tactic because I'm waiting for the black paint to dry. Oh, all right. I understand, Senzo. Yeah, when I was doing a lot of this on Facebook, there will be people from all over. And I do mean all over. And the later I did it, because our nighttime would be their morning or early afternoon. And so I would get a whole different demographic of people watching me. All depending on what time of day I choose to do this. All right. Let's have a little fun. Let's get a little bit of brown, I guess. touch of black in the brown, mix the black and brown together. Pop a little blue in there. And a small touch of white, very small. It'll just gray it up a little bit. All right. That might work. Okay, let's well, actually, let's take this. Let's kind of spread it out a little bit. There. It's always best to kind of spread this stuff out. Take a little swipe across. All right, let's just start designing some mountains of some sort. Let's start on this side, and we'll just kind of get some nice jagged stuff happening here. It might be a little dark for you, and if it's dark, we'll lighten it up a little more. So we'll just gather it up again. Small touch of black, gray it up a bit. That might work. Let's see. Oh yeah. That'll work. I'm just thinking of something. That was kind of quick, right? Once you get accustomed to it, you'll be able to buzz right through this stuff too. I promise you will. I had to think for a second of how dark do I want that side. I was gonna use black, but maybe not. Okay, do you kind of see a pattern with the way I do this? All right. All right. I'm just wiggling and chopping it up a little bit. You guys should get accustomed to doing this. Don't get rid of all of your black spaces. Sometimes I have to refresh my chat because I don't know if you guys are talking or not. And you guys aren't. I'm going to emphasize an edge here, okay? No problem. Don't starve Luna because I'm around. Feed Luna. Feed me. Feed me, Seymour. You guys don't know nothing about that. That's before y'all time. All right, enough of that. It's mountainous enough. Okay. Let's play with just a slight touch of maybe not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Let's go with a little bit of sap green for a second. We'll put it right around here. Right in here. Get a little touch of black. Put it in with the sap green. Something like that. Actually, let me put a little glycerin in that. Just to moisten it a little bit. It's too dry. Because I'm doing wet on dry, not wet on wet. So we'll establish some foothills in here a little bit. Not like you can see all of it, but they're there. They're in there a little bit. Easy way to do these. Have some kind of stagger up the mountain a little bit. Once you get a certain height, oxygen, the trees get smaller and smaller, so they won't be all the way up there. You can make a little gully in there like that. All right, and you continue on here. Doesn't matter how far you go down here, it's up to you. You'll see after a while. Okay. Let's take some yellow ochre, put a little bit of that mixed in with that green stuff. A little bit of white, pop the white in there. A certain kind of mix I want. On the side of the mountain where it's lit, kind of pop some of those guys in there. In nice little groupings. Don't make them look like little tin soldiers. Just pop them in there like that. On the lit side of the mountain here. You don't have to light up everything. Not really too much happening here. Maybe you can catch a few of them on the edge, on the fringes here. But it's kind of overshadowed by that mountain there. So just be careful going up there. Just a little, not too much. Okay. Let's let it tack up a little bit. Listen, I don't, you know, I'm not gonna get no prize guessing y'all age, so it's better to be safe than sorry. Men don't care. Ladies, you guys get a little touchy. Seymour. I'm just scraping up some stuff because I'm biding time. Glass palette is awesome to have. Ooh, 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 ooh. I got an idea. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Got an idea. I got an idea. A little brown, a little blue. Not enough brown, I see. Got an idea. Don't know how well it'll work, but it is an idea. Let's see if we can pull it off. Got an idea. Got an idea. Got an idea. All right, let's do this. Remember, this is wet on dry. There's no glycerin down here, so I'll get a little bit of water, put it in here to thicken up the paint, loosen the paint a little bit, just a little. And plus, with water, it dries that much faster. All right. Well. For those of you who don't know Yvette, she's an outstanding artiste and a very sweet woman. And she just started her channel. Okay. And you gotta type her name in on the page, on search, rather. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah, I got an idea. Darn it. I got an idea. Don't know if it'll work, but can't nobody say I didn't have an idea. I got an idea. An idea. Don't know if it'll work, but it's an idea. The worst that can happen is that it just come out like crap, and then I just gotta paint over it. But I have an idea. Got rid of the black. I got an idea. Okay. I got an idea. Just plain paper. I very rarely gesso my stuff. I should. I just don't because I'm lazy. And I truly don't think about it. Now for my DVD or video series, I did gesso the paper, at least most of it. I consciously had it in mind to gesso the paper, and I did. Yes, Sonia, this is an idea. You just don't see it yet. And I'm not going to tell you, but you'll figure it out. This definitely wasn't planned, but as I was looking at this, it just kind of popped out of my little head skull. Gray's a neutral. It accepts everybody, so I slapped a little blue in there. Spread it out. Keely, you've been hanging with Bruce Anderson way too long. I'll just put one right here. Yeah. There ain't much of that left. We'll make do. We'll make do. We will make do. I think think I got a little bit more. I can scrape up a little bit more of this stuff. Okay. Let's get a 1/2 inch brush. Yeah, a little water, no glycerin, just a little bit of water. Touch of black in there, gray it back up, blue black. Weird kind of purpley looking gray stuff happening there. Do something here. Yeah, boy. Yeah, we'll put a deep one right in here. Right here at the edge. Right at the edge of the paper. Oh. Yes, yes. It's mushed in because of that guy and that guy. Really that guy. Actually, I think I can get away with a little bit right here on the edge, right here, back here, right back here. Yep.
Yep.
Ran out of white again. It's an ongoing thing there. Once again, not entirely wet on wet, it's wet on dry. No glycerin. We're gonna use water. We're gonna use water. Bet you didn't expect that, huh? Be honest, you didn't. Because I didn't until I seen it. Don't get rid of all your dark. Keep some of that dark in there. Okay. He's fine, they're fine. Let it tack up a little bit. As long as you picking up one of these and you're applying paint to a canvas, yeah, you're a painter. Okay. You don't think a plumber, when he goes out on his first job, he tells people I'm a beginning plumber. He's a plumber. Okay. Let's take the different palette knife here. You should be able to see it over here. You see that little angle there? All right. Let's get a little white. A little bit of brown in the white. Let's mix it up there. I don't have much blue left. I'll try to eke out a little bit of it. Not much of that left, but it's okay. I think he just snuck red in there by mistake, of course. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, with this type of palette knife, if you can see, yeah, you can see it a little bit, the texture on the blade there. The light hits it right. See that? And that's what you're going to be messing with. All right, I don't know if you can see it too good up here, if the light hits it correctly or not. No, it won't hit it back. Not here. You should see it here though. Against my shirt, you see some of that texture there on the knife. Okay. All right, we'll highlight a few of these guys here. And then what I'm going to do is a slight tap and pull. Yeah, it's light enough. I don't want it really too dark. Just like that. It takes a bit of paint to get the texture things happening there. And I can create different rock patterns and formations. And it brings the rocks out front. But it puts the waterfall in the back. A little bit there, okay? And once again, you don't have to make, you don't have to cover all of the darkness at all. I'll go straight down with it. And I'm tapping and just going in different directions. This method of texturing the rock does take quite a bit more paint than I actually have here, but I'll work with it. I'm not getting rid of all the gray. Sometimes I might want a rock to come in front of the falls like this and just put it right in there. Okay. Really scraping up the bottom of the barrel to get some of this effect out, but it's okay, it's good. It's all good. All right, enough of that. Take the small fan brush again, little baby fan brush, get a little bit of water. Go into your titanium white. Oh, we'll put it right here. I need pretty much pure titanium white right here. And here we go. Just like that. Usually stronger toward the top there. And you can kind of tap it. Get some stronger stuff going downward. It's just creating movement. I just had to go straight down there. Okay. Nope. I'll take the same stuff. I'll add a little water to it. I'll just use the fan brush. And we'll just, like you do clouds, take it and swirl it around a little bit down here. Down below, where it's white, down below here. Now this is the tricky part, be careful, because it is wet on dry. I'll take a small amount of glycerin, and then I'll just kind of swirl it around. Now, this paint, acrylic paint, titanium white, the way it's made, it has a chalkiness to it, a grit. Okay, so whatever you swirl around, this is the glycerin doing this. Once it dries, it gives a kind of a look of some swirly mist and everything. So I'm really just playing around with the glycerin and the residue of the white paint. And I can get away with a little bit of this, doing this stuff for right now. A little bit of glycerin in this white paint, I can cause the little swirly things to happen. All sorts of things going on there. I can go up here. It doesn't matter right now. You'll see in a second why I say that. I'll just take some regular white paint, this thick stuff, and I'll come here. Now remember, there's glycerin here. And I'm just swirling it around here for right now. Pressing it in there. There's a method to my madness. You'll see in a second. There's a method to my madness. It's just pure paint. The glycerin's already on the paper. So I'm just swirling paint around. Literally swirling paint around. How long does it take for my paints to chill? It depends on how much glycerin I packed on there. Glycerin evaporates like water. It'll take maybe, depending on the glycerin, it'll take probably about 40 minutes to maybe, if it's thick with glycerin, it'll take over a day to dry. But usually around 40 minutes or so. All depends. As you can see, I take a soft brush and instant mist. Because glycerin makes your paint transparent, you can kind of get away with it very lightly, just mist away. Okay. Now I have glycerin all down here, so I will take this same brush, pure white paint, come on down to the very bottom down there, just like that. Bring it down there. Don't be gentle with it. Get some more paint. Really pack it down there on the bottom edge, down here. Okay. And then you just take it up to you. That nice thick fog going, that thick mist. Okay. In patches, you bring some up higher. Okay. See that? Falls of this height, Yeah, it's going to create a lot of mist there, depending on how much the body of water there is. And that's about it for that. Okay. Okay. I'm not really too concerned about all this on the very bottom. I'll take this fella here. It should give me enough texture to do some highlighted caps on some of these trees. So let's take our sap green, little sap green. We'll go into the white a little bit. Yeah, you guys can see part of that. Right here, I'll just kind of give a little tap there. I'll put it on its side there. It can be a little more on the brighter side of things. Okay, now this is a round brush that's going to give round shapes, but there's a workaround for that. Okay, so over here where I wanted the brightest, we'll kind of pop in interesting groupings of bright, just like this. Skip around. See this? Especially up toward the top, up here. Just skip around a little bit. So with that round brush, you just skip around in little bits here and there. Just like that. Particularly where it's brighter at. Alright. Get a little touch more green or white, a little bit of green, put it in there. Stir it around. Usually a thin paint sticks to a thick paint, and it's true. But I want this stuff to really be in there, especially around the ledge. So you're kind of outlining the cliff there with this. All right. So you're playing with perspective and all sorts of things when you do this stuff. The sun is going to really touch this stuff out here. Just don't go overboard with it. Just where you know that where the light might, smooch a few of those areas in there. Okay. People always say that, but as I look at it, because I got a large 40-inch over here, I guess that would be in the mouth. That's the shape of the head. There go the leg, probably the leg here or whatever, something like that, right? Yeah. Am I close? With that, would you want it to be named that? Funny you mentioned that, because I probably would not have noticed it until you guys started saying something about it. Howling wolf. All right. Pretty neat, pretty interesting. Okay. Just doing a little something here, just around in here. Basically, I'm just strengthening a little bit of the white down there, around where the bottom is there. I can blend the rest of that in, it doesn't matter. It's just tightening up some of this down here. I can just take the brush very lightly and swirl it into everything else and tap it away. All of this just creating a sense of depth in the painting. I don't really have to go crazy with the titanium white like that. All right. Okay. We're going to still maintain with this. Yeah, I got the DVD. I'm pretty sure I got the original also on disc. But I do have the Rick Moranis version. Okay. I'm going to put a tree in here, but I don't want it to be to obscure anything too much, so it won't be that large. It will be a thicker tree. There's a few ways that I can do it. I can put a tree in here straight up, right? Then I can probably put another two in here. Reason being, about 3 of them in here, because I want them to go straight up. One, it cages this painting in, it throws everything way in the back. Okay. Obviously, if I do the trees, they'll be the most detailed things up there, but they'll be at a decent size. I'll put interesting little branches or whatever in there, but it brings the whole painting back. Okay, because right now it's cool looking, but it's very open. So it just needs something large in there. If not large, at least enough thinner pieces in there to push everything back. It's all about composition. Okay, and it's what my little mind's eye see right out of my head skull. Keely. All right, little brown, little black, a little more black. Actually, a lot of black and a lot of brown. I'm gonna need this color here. I could water this, but I'd just rather use a thick amount of the color. All right. Bravery test, right? Sometimes you just got to do it, you know, and don't be scared. Don't be scared. Put it in there. Do not be scared. You got to put it in there. All right. Be ye not scared. Pop it in there. It's all right. It'll grow on you, but you know, you can reel it in. It's okay. It'll be fine. I'll get a little bit of water. Now, there's a fan blowing on me and on my paints, so it's drying like this, okay? I'm standing back a ways because I kind of have to see what the heck I'm doing here. If the tree isn't perfectly perpendicular, it's all right. It's okay. They're not in real life anyway. They got notches and all sorts of craziness popping forth. But I'm cool with this one. This one's all right. This one's pretty fair. It's okay. All right, that's one down. Once again, I do use heavy body paint. Whatever angle you start at, that's what you end with. Okay? It does get thicker down here towards the bottom. Don't worry about the colors fading and all of that. You can always tighten that up later. So don't worry about that. We're going to add interesting little things to these guys. I'll put a little more meat on his bones here. He's looking a little thin, a little peaked. I got one more to add. You don't do 2, or you do 3, you do 5, something like that. Don't, not 2 on one side. Then now you're talking about it being uneven. But if you put an odd number in there, even if you put 2 on one side and 1 on the other, it's still even. All right. You know what? I have your vet explain it. My brain hurt. I got something for you. Watch this. Hello, Corey. How are you? See, listen to your vet. She's right. 3, 5, 7, 9, stuff like that. It goes with leaves, objects. Okay. The eye, for some reason, accepts that better than regimented even numbers. Don't ask me why I'm not Sigmund for it. Okay. But you see that, huh? In case something looks a little funky with it, just take some white and cover it up. Just like that. Just fog it up there. Just like that. All right? All right. Now, my script liner brush, which is 4 feet below me on the floor. Ugh. Let me search if I got another one. I do have another one. I just gotta, well, I'll use this guy. Good enough. It's a rigger brush. I just use this. I'm going into my dark, I'm going into my black for some thin, twiggy looking leaf things, branches. It's kind of an oxymoron to say you need to put a lot of water on a rigger brush when a rigger brush is only this big. So I'll just say you have to get your paint to an inky consistency. Sounds better. All right, let's do this. We'll have it kind of reaching upward like this. Something like that. You do a few of them, all right? You know, you just have them kind of curve out. See, a script liner would be better because this doesn't hold too much water, you know? It doesn't hold too much paint, rather. All right. And I'll come out here, pop one here, and I'm gonna do it like that. It's kind of a gentle dance when you're doing these because kind of put one here. I'll put a thicker one here. I'm gonna have to go over it a couple times, but I'll put a thicker branch here, something like this. Kind of twirl the brush around like that. All right. Get it a little thicker down here going into the tree itself. You have one kind of come downward like that. Be pretty creative with it if you would like. Come on over here, put one on there like that. All right. This is umber and black. Yeah. Put some on this fella too, just like that. And he kind of come down there like this. Oh yes, Yvette. I'm not gonna leave. I'm not gonna leave everybody hanging. They're gonna look like something when it's done. If you want, you can. No, I won't do that. Put one going across the waterfall. All of this has to do with aerial perspective. Okay. You can have one here, kind of come down, crossing, he goes this way, goes straight across that fella. The reason why he goes straight across him is because the one in the back is further back. See, he's in the falls. You got me? Yeah, you got to think about all these cutesy little things. We'll have him come downward. We'll have him come downward like this. Like that. You repeat it until you get the thickness that you want, all right? Just keep going. Once again, this is acrylic paint. Any air that touches it, it just dries that much faster. So be mindful of that. So you might find yourself dipping into the water quite a bit. Now you guys notice this because I'm telling it to you, but we'll see if anybody else will notice it. That this one tree, the branches are going opposite, they're going downward. I can tell by the way the paint's interacting with the paper that I'm running out of water. It's starting to kind of thicken up on me here. Don't put them even on the tree. Which way am I going? I'm going downward. And then I'll just take one going around here. Thicken it up right around here, come around. It's coming around just like that, and kind of something like that. Just something strange. Make them interesting. I think I'm gonna leave it alone, just like that. All right. Let's take a little bit of what I don't have. Hold on. Hold on. I think a little dab will do me here. Love the down branch. Thank you. A little bit of water. Go right here in this mix, right in here. You don't want pure white, just mix it in there. It's gonna appear white anyway. I have to suffer through the fact that I got this tiny brush. All right, and we're gonna add a few highlights, especially in front of this guy right in here. Just a few. Come on here, especially where a darker at. Just kind of pop in a few here and there. Helps your eyes follow this guy. This one, because he's in front, I'll just create one, even though I never put a branch there. You got one there now. Just have to emphasize that this guy is in the back of this one, so. And that's the only reason why I'm adding this, the white here. Whitish brown. Just so you can see the branches. I don't have to add them all over the place. Actually, I think I'm good with just those. Hello, Sugar Plum Fairy, how are you? And thank you. Okay, first the trees and texture and whatnot. I'll use the same color here. I'll just take it and spread it out here. You can do many things with the tree texture. I can use the knife. I can use a brush, you know, whatever. Whatever you feel goes quicker for you, really. And I can do it this way if you. Yeah, I'll do it this way. I can just take it and just kind of tap some lines into this thing. Now, I'm not really concerned about the light in the dark half of the tree. That can be done in the glazing. And I'll show you that. But right now, I'm gonna just kind of texture this guy. down with it, bring it across. I don't have to go like in a round type of way to show the roundness of the tree. Won't matter when I glaze it. It'll take care of that. You'll see. Because there's a few ways to accomplish that. Because the light side would be the side that I'm on now. But I'm covering the whole tree with this same kind of color. So it's okay. In case if you got too much on one side, like way up there, you know, and you can always break that up by adding the dark back into it. See? You can always break it up and bring some darkness back into the tree if you feel it's too light. All right. Okay. All right, a little more brown, a little more white. Mix it up in there. Like that. A little more white if I got any left. Let's go with this guy because he's in front. So right in front. Really put the texture where that tree's being crossed. Let people know this one is in front. He's in front of the other one. And then you come back. There's so many different ways you can texture these guys. It's fun. You can take some off there, borrow from the, keep on going with it. You know, people tend to paint trees as quote unquote brown, but if you look at them, they're actually gray. You can give it more a brownish tint if you would like, but it's usually kind of this weird gray color, depending on the type of tree. But usually they're this funky kind of weird brown gray. Okay. Alrighty. All right, this sorry sap in the back will brighten him up a little more. So what I'll do is I'll just lighten him a little. Same texture, but just a little lighter. So I get a little bit of white. We'll mix this white in with a little, we'll separate it and just bring it out here a little bit. Actually, no, I changed my mind. I have that right, don't judge me. We'll put a little touch of blue instead. A little touch of blue, we'll put it, actually, I forgot I had that little piece of color right there. Oh well, too late. A little blue, a little brown. Put the blue and brown together right there. Alright, I snuck white in there, it's okay. I'll put a little white in there, I'll lighten it up a little bit. Alright. He's in the back there. He's kind of depressed. He's all back there all alone. He doesn't have a friend really. But he's back there. I'll just emphasize that this guy's in the back, so I'll use a darker color. Now remember, this color sets when it dries, so that it appears to be darker, get darker. And all it is really is that the paint is evaporating. Okay. Put them up there like that. Okay, let's get some glaze going real quick and we'll end this thing. All right. I'm gonna put my brushes where they belong, so I don't have to travel off the chair and try to look where it is, because I know it rolled under somewhere. So all right, let's get a little bit of glycerin. We'll put the glycerin over here where this green is. It really won't matter at this point in time. Get a little bit of this blue, put the blue in there, get a little bit of black. It didn't make a nice shadow color. Okay, you might think that's too dark. It's not. It's a shadow color. Okay, I'll get some off of here. All right, got a dark side, got a light side. All right, this technically should be dry enough for me to do this. I'll just kind of play around with that. Just 1/2 of the tree, really. Just tone it, just like that. Only 1/2. The tree is like that. I think I got enough. Same thing with this fella here. 1/2 of the tree, which is really to the right. You'll still see the details and whatnot. It's just a glaze, like so. Now well, you know what? I can set this back even further. Watch this. Watch this. I'll just do the whole thing in this color. The whole thing dark. It's like this. Really set them back there. Look at that. Just set him right back there. Okay. I'm going to use a little bit of yellow ochre so I can have these pop out a little more on one side. All right. So it's yellow ochre. I'll put it right here. A little bit of white. I'll just mix it right here. A little bit of ochre, a little bit of white. Okay. Quick swipe across. And I'll just kind of tap some love in here real quick. And basically just the light part of the tree. See that? With a quick swipe across. Get as close to the edge of that tree you can, all right? Gotta bring it pretty close. Get it close to that edge as you possibly can. It's gotta be obviously bright enough to where, you know, the sun is hitting on this side of the tree. I was doing portraits and American bald eagles and everything, so I guess I kind of come back to my little origins of doing this stuff. Now, you have the two guys in the front. You got the two guys in the front. They have the shine on it. Other fellas in the back. We know it's in the back. I really think that's about it. What I'll do is I'll take the get rid of the palette. Actually, I can get rid of me too. You'll still hear me, but you just won't see me. Okay. All right. We can make the, I'll make the palette disappear also. Let's just go to number 4. Camera 4, okay. So that's the way it looks. All right. Let me touch the focus button here. Should put everything in focus a little better for you. remove my head. I wouldn't steer you wrong, Sugar Plum. I wouldn't steer you wrong. Okay. Since my, oh wait, no, I'll just use the rigger brush. Hold on. I guess I'll use this dark stuff. I think this is the glaze though. I don't think I can use this. I'll just use the regular black. I usually sign my name in white or some bright color, but because of the mist, I'll just put it right here. I appreciate you guys watching. And let's remove the tape. It's good to see you, Yovet. I tend to look downward at the chat, and I should be like, because you guys can see the bottom of the screen here. I should be looking at this. All right. Bear with me 1 second. You guys don't see what I'm doing, but I'm spraying rubbing alcohol on my palette. Let it sit there for a second or two, and it peels right off. I guess you guys see most of this painting, so I don't really have to take it apart. Down. I pull and lift because I'm using paper, so that way I pull in the opposite direction. I pull, but I peel in the opposite direction because paper tears, and so you really don't want this stuff tearing into your painting on the live stream like I've done about 3-4 times. So I prefer to tape my borders. This gives a more professional look to me. Okay. I think I can get away with this being on. It's not in the way. All right. Okay. Yeah. Well, this is it, guys and gals, people. I appreciate you. I thank you for watching me today. What's today? Wednesday? I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow or not. So, don't know. Thank you very much, Sonia. Okay, everybody. I shall see you when I see you. Till next time.